Hey gang, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net here with another one of my video podcasts. I have to start off this week's installment with a bit of a confession. I'm an idiot. Yeah. No, I can freely admit that sometimes I just go blank and I don't think of certain things and I get things quite wrong. And I think I'm right, but I'm clearly wrong. And I don't know why, but whatever. Thing is, you know how for weeks I've been saying, ever since I finished Infamous 2, I've been saying, oh, I don't want to start a new game right away because I'll never be able to finish it in time before Skyrim comes out. And there's all these games coming out in October. And none of you commented on either the site or on YouTube to let me know, you know, Skyrim's not coming out in a month, it's actually 2 months. For whatever reason, I thought Skyrim and Skyward Sword were both coming out in the middle of October. Now, I have written articles for the site, and if you went to GayGamer.net and looked up the history of my articles, you'll find out that I've written articles about Skyrim and Skyward Sword, both talking about them and adding in their release dates, I'm sure, and at least a couple of those. Because just this past week, I wrote an article about Skyward Sword, talking about, hey, before it comes out on November 20th, blah blah blah, and then I went to myself, wait, November 20th? And I looked up Skyrim, and sure enough, Skyrim, 11/11/11. How could, really? How did that not lodge in my brain? I mean, isn't that the whole point of why they're releasing it on 11/11/11? Is so that people all remember that? Clearly it just didn't work on me. I am that dense. So basically, because instead of only having, like, 3 or 4 weeks before new games were coming out, I have plenty of time. So yeah, I went out and I bought Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've been wanting it, and, you know, I swore that I wasn't going to buy it because I wouldn't have time to finish it, but then when I realized I had until, like, you know, November, I'm like, well, please, like, I can totally finish it. And people were saying, oh, you should totally get it because you'll be able to finish it in time. And I think they're like, why do you think you can't finish it by November? Because I thought that it was going to be October. So now that I have an additional month, I'm good. So I started playing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I really like it. My biggest concern was that it would fit in with the other two, at least with the feel. You know, I mean, it's kind of, it's the same universe, whatever, it's the same concept and everything. Just, you know, a new character, storyline, whatever. But I wanted the Deus Ex feel. You know, I wanted to have a first-person shooter where I didn't have to run around and shoot people. And where I could slip through vents and grates and, you know, and it really does, it feels like Deus Ex, it's great fun so far. I mean, I've only just started, I've only completed a few of the missions and whatever. I will say that the one thing about it that I found very funny is that having not played a Deus Ex game since, you know, Deus Ex 2 way back on the PS2, I don't even remember what year that was released, a long time ago. I got out of the habit of, you know, like, for a while playing Human Revolution, like, I would not notice certain, you know, like, oh, if I move that box out of the way, there's a vent, you know, and then I can do, you know, slip behind these people, you know, and so it took a little adjusting to get used to, oh, I need to get up there, but I can't reach the ladder. Oh, I'll use that crate from over there and just carry, you know, using the physics and everything, like, trying to think that way. It's been so long since I've played a game where you had to, you know, use the physics of the world to help you get through things, you know. It's not just straightforward, just run and gun and go through the levels and find the key and move to the next stage and whatever. You know, you actually have to think. So, you know, I'm like, oh, right. I can put the crate here, and then I can get up, jump on top of it, and then I can reach the ladder and get up to the roof of the police station and get inside that way. And in the beginning, the very first mission that they give you, once you're augmented, I mean, it's a little rough. It was a little rough going, getting used to being sneaky again, because you really can't run and gun, because you will get killed. So it took me a little while to get used to, like, sneaking around, grabbing people from behind, dragging their bodies into a hiding place, and, you know, going slowly and methodically. But there is something immensely satisfying about sneaking up behind somebody and just knocking them out like that. Although sometimes it seems like he's breaking their necks and killing them, which I had thought that if you held down the button, then you would kill them, and if you just tapped it, you just knock them out. But maybe I misread that, or misunderstood, I don't know. So I think I am maybe killing them, which I feel bad about, but whatever. Except when I was in the police station, I said I'm not going to hurt anybody. So I had to be extra sneaky, because I couldn't take anybody out when I was in there, because I wasn't sure that I was just knocking people out. And I don't have the trained dart, because when given the option between lethal and non-lethal, I said, you know what? Screw it, I want lethal. Like, these people are crazy. I'll kill them, it's fine. Yeah, it's really good. The graphics are kind of a mixed bag. The environments are really nice. Some of the characters look good, and others don't. And then sometimes they spend a lot of time to model the faces so they look good, but then the rest of their bodies are really janky looking. So far my only real complaint is with the voice acting, which was okay until I rescued the hostage during the first mission there at the end, when you rescue the hostage. And she was horrible. Like, it sounded like a man doing a woman's voice. It was just not good. And then after that, I started to notice that other voices were maybe not the best either. And it just seems to me like, you know, in this day and age, like, this game should maybe look a little better, and there should be better voice acting. Because we have the technology to make really pretty graphics, and there are tons of talented voice actors out there. And this is what has always bothered me when you watch a TV show or a movie, or you know, play a game, and you hear a voice and a performance, you see a performance that's just not up to snuff, and you just look at it and go, really? You couldn't find anybody better. Out of all of the starving actors waiting tables in LA or New York or wherever you're located, that's the best person you could find for this job? I don't think you looked hard enough. Maybe I should get a job in casting. So yeah, now I am playing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and it's wonderful, and I'm making some moral choices. I'm trying not to be a complete ass. I'm trying to be reasonably good. We'll see how this works out. And I'm trying to find every nook and cranny, because that's just how I do it. But without getting, you know, the problem is that at one point I was in the police station, I tried to hack a computer, but the hacking is not my forte really yet. So, the alarms went off, and all of a sudden, all the policemen were like, "Rah!" And I had to go and run and hide in a stall in the bathroom until they calmed down so I could walk freely through the police station again. Because I don't want to get busted for hacking computers. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. As far as the game itself, you know, the voice acting being what it is, but as far as the gameplay, I don't like the hacking minigame. It seems oddly complicated. It's not complicated, but it kind of is, and like, I feel like there's something I'm missing. I don't know, it just seems like it's not as easy as it should be this early in the game. And, like, the alarms keep going off, and, like, I keep getting caught and, you know, locked out for a time. I don't know, it just seems weird. So, that's where I'm spending some OGs in my, you know, I'm upgrading my hacking, because I remember from the first two that lockpicking and hacking was my thing. Like, instead of upgrading all my armaments and my armor and whatever, I mean, I did, in the beginning of this game, I did augment some armor, and I did help with some aiming, just because I need a little help with aiming. But now now that I've done that, I'm not gonna worry about, like, jumping or stealth, or, I mean, maybe some stealth, but I do want to really focus on the lockpicking and the hacking, because I play these games like that, so that's gonna be really helpful. So, hopefully, as I can augment the hacking and make me not get discovered quite so quickly as I'm trying to hack a computer, maybe it'll get easier and I can finally get some stuff done. Anyway, I think I've blathered on long enough. It's a really good game. If you haven't played it, check it out. If you have played it, I'll take some advice. If you got some tips, hints, no spoilers, please. But I will happily take advice. And I'll see you next week. I'll shut up now. Bye!